And well, hello there folks, welcome back to RJB TV, where I, your host, RJB, will give you some light against Mong on fastest map. Yeah, pro gamers on fastest. What a sight and a treat to behold. And maybe, wait, did I select, did I select the same replay or is this a different replay? Wait. Yeah, this is a different replay, but they're just on the same spawn locations with the same races. Okay. That was a little bit confusing there at the start. I really thought for a second that I was the same replay. In the last replay, Mong, Terran on the 7 o'clock spawn location, bottom left of the map, Light on the 12 o'clock spawn location, middle of the top side of the map. That is in fact not the same replay. Same races though. This is game number 2. Light won a very nice game number 1. Did not expect game number 1 to play out like it did. It looked very bad for Light. But Light all of a sudden entered the next level. He played on a whole another level at the end. All of a sudden, he started making choices under so much pressure, and all the choices he made were absolutely the right ones. Mong got outplayed. And now Mong, of course, is aiming to return the favor. He does not want to lose twice in a row. Not like this. He's cooking something up. He's cooking a meal for Light that he hopes is too spicy for Light to handle. Light, of course, this time around, not going for the exact same build order as last time. He's going for Nexus first. He's switching things up. He knows that you don't do the same build order twice. That's something Light really likes to do. Switching things up, catching the opponent off guard, not serving them the exact same meal twice in a row. So if you prepare the same meal, maybe your opponent knows, because they already ate it once, what's coming for them. So Mong here on the bottom left of the map. A little bit about both players. I've already in the previous video explained a bunch about both players. Light here, professional Terran player. Mong, also professional Terran player. Light has a longer career than Mong. I think he started playing around 2007 as a pro, maybe 2008. He's had a lot of success. Not in the early stages of his career, but in the later stage of his career, ever since like 2018, he has been an absolute monster Terran in the professional community. He's won, not once, but twice in a World Championship Finals game. So he's a double world champion, so to speak. And he's gone into some finals as well, gotten some top 4 placements, some top 8 placements. Mong, on the other hand, has won smaller tournaments, which means he's really good, because smaller tournaments are still more or less completely filled with top-level professionals. So he himself is a top-level professional. I say he's currently in the world about the 6th best Terran player. Maybe the 5th best, not too sure how to rate it, to be honest. Like, there's 2 or 3 Terran players who are, without a doubt, the very best Terran players at the moment. Mong falls just outside of that top 4, top 3. So, top 5, top 6, that's where I'd naturally place him. And for fastest map, he is, in my opinion, the best Terran. Light, on the other hand, is arguably, over the past 3 years, the best Terran in the professional community. Well, at least top 3. He's pretty much always been in the top 3 for Terran players over the past 3 years or so. He also played Protoss for a while as a professional, which of course gives him a lot of Protoss expertise. And because he learned fastest build orders, like Mong, which also learned fastest build orders, both these players are able to bring all of their skills from their professional career onto the fastest map, because they know the build orders, they know what to do, they know how to maximize the fastest experience. Mong there, building engineering bay to scout across Light space. Light started with Nexus, Forge, Gateway, Cybercore, Citadel, well actually Robo, Citadel, Robo, Templar's Archive. So that's his build order so far. He's doing it on double gas, now getting 2 cannons in the back there as well to protect his probes. Mong started off with barrack gas into an early factory into double command center. Actually, this command center was started before the factory, so it's barracks, gas, command center, factory, command center. And of course, these supply depots and academy all in between. Starport, they're already on the way, so might go for an early tank drop because he scouted Light's base with the engineering bay and he sees there's not a lot of cannons, so he's probably going to try his luck with trying to land a tank drop on those probes and slow Light down instead of sitting in his base waiting for Light to attack him. So he's gonna try to return the favor a little bit, and he's gonna return the favor for sure because he's already moving out with Marines and medics. Got Stim finished up. Range might have been finished up as well. Of that, I'm not too sure. Should have been paying attention a little bit more. So let's... Oh, Zealot Speed finished up. That's a big reveal. That's gonna give away some of Light's plans. That's a very fast Zealot Speed there, though, for Light. It's got Zealots, Reaver. Gonna get 2 Reavers. Got a 3rd Reaver already on the way. Reaver number 2 gonna go into the shuttle. Got Shuttle Speed there on the way. Level 1 attack also being researched. There's a Temple's Archive coming in right there. So Shuttle Speed, Zealot Speed, double Reaver. Gonna try to go for a frontal attack, which means that Mong, who slightly misplaced his supply depots, because you actually want 3 supply depots to wall off the entire front. He misplaced it slightly, can't wall off. Oh, Mong being aggressive, trying to snipe the shuttle on the middle, but the Zealots zone the Marines away perfectly. So now Light pushing forward, Mong is fighting back. Kozella, Reavers are unloading, Marines running away because the Reavers, once they unload, Marines cannot fight them. You have to rely on the tanks to space and zone those Reavers away. Tank finished up, sieged up. Reavers trying to get as much damage down as they can before being picked up, flown back. Pylon being built on the middle. Arguably, like last game, Light might build gateways on the middle or build some cannons right here. Looks like it's going to be a cannon, not a gateway. He might build cannons later on, gateways later on here though. Double shuttle, ready to go in for a drop. It's 2 Reavers and Reaver Zealot. Gets spotted out by an SCV, which means Mong might start relocating Marines to intercept the shuttle. Maybe Light is going to go in regardless of the fact that he got spotted out. Or maybe he's going to fly around, look for a different way in. And yes, a different way is what he's going to look for. Dropship there from Mong. There's... I don't think there are enough cannons yet in the back here to protect those probes, but his tank drop might hurt Light quite a bit. Probes are running away, unstacking. One is sieged up. Shoots is low, can't shoot. Second number 2 gets shot off, but kills pretty much nothing at all. So Light handled that one well by pulling probes away in groups of 12. And Mong perhaps a little bit too slow with teaching up tank number 2. Could have hit more. Sadly, it wasn't meant to be. So the fact that he only has 4 cannons to protect, not enough. Not enough cannons, but it worked out just fine. Mong looks to not be trying again though, because he's probably expecting Light to build a lot more cannons, which he is, getting more cannons. Storm finished up. This is the same drop from earlier, I assume. Yeah, same drop from earlier. He decided against sending those shuttles into their certain deaths because they would just get sniped out of the air. Decides to get Corsairs instead to help them fly across and reach the backside. Unloading on the bottom corner. Tank immediately sieges up. Marines are on the scene. A lot of Reavers are doing a lot of damage. A lot of Marines are going down pretty damn fast, trying to snipe those Reavers down, microing the shuttle and the Reavers really well outside of tank range. Tank now going down, which means the corner is pretty much unprotected. Everything's going down. Reavers unloading. Reavers right next to the SCVs. Can shoot, shoots, but hits only 3 SCVs. So even though Mong was getting obliterated, the SCVs do magically stay alive because Light somehow decided to attack the wrong side of the mineral stack. So the corner got cleared out. A lot of units went down, but Light, in the end, does not achieve significant results. It was very close though. He was looking right into the eyes of success, but success did not look back. Success did not look back into his eyes. Did not reciprocate his feelings. So Light, of course, now going to try yet again to charm success. Make success fall in love with those charming eyes that he has and attack yet again. So there's an observatory there. It's got double Stargate or double Corsair production, still going heavy on the drops. His drops so far have been pretty good. It's only been one drop, but he's not a single move so far from Light has been wasted. Likewise, same for Mong, but a single move has been wasted. Double bunker there on the side, double bunker in the back, some tanks there as well. Another double bunker there on the top of his command centers. He's really going all out on protecting that economy. Does not want SCVs to die, does not want to go into troubling economic times, so to speak. Comes in over the bottom side, bunkers, turrets, engineering bay in the air, marines coming down to snipe those shuttles out of the air, throughout loading, the bunkers are contributing, storming on the medics and the marines, they do go down. Now it's going to try to take down those bunkers, Reaver's taking them heavy fire there, heavy fire indeed. Might cancel the double armory, one bunker goes down, bunker number 2 there do a lot of work, marines unload and they die. The moment they unload, more marines coming from the top, getting stormed. Light's control and precision is... Another drop comes in. 2 Templars waiting, ready to strike, moving forward, unloading on the scene, gets sniped. Temple number 2 storms. How many did he kill? Went down from 72 to 40, so that is indeed a big, massive hit. Light gets some results on the tables. Looks like Success is smiling back at his charming advances. Success is liking what Success is seeing. And it's Light displaying a very strong Terran, a very strong Protoss. This is what happens when pro players of the highest level of pro play learn fastest. You get really beautiful control, very well thought out attacks, intricate movements, and a lot of details that you otherwise would not see with regular fastest players. I really am liking what these two are doing. Light now relocating to the top side, he's mixing things up, planning on hitting Mong where he's weakest, the northern side, unloads. There's nothing here on the scene to protect this. I mean, there's turrets, but turrets don't really do too much. Let's be realistic here, turrets, when courses are in between the mix, don't do a whole lot. Tanks sieging up out pretty far away. There's a nice little people wall. Marines getting stormed, trying to dodge, but still getting stormed absolutely to death. Tanks also got blown out of the water. So now it's free play for the Reavers. Just going to kill whatever comes in the top corner. Another drop there being prepared back at home. He saved most of the shuttle, so that's going to be a big, big follow-up drop. Mong already back on 52 SCVs. Light on 85 probes. Already building a proxy gas base there on 11 o'clock. Tanks are moving to the corner to clear things out. More storms coming down. Reaver's getting another scarab down on a tank. Tank goes down. That was a lot of damage. No damage to the economy, but as long as you're killing Terran structures, like look at how many turrets went down. It's 750 per turret, and I think that's 8. Yeah, that's 10 turrets, so that's 750 damage. I think he lost 5 tanks, maybe 6 tanks, lost about 20 marines. That's a whole lot of economic damage. Because that's a lot of money that just went right down the drain. It's all gone. Dark Archon there, waiting for its time to mind control an SCV sometime in the near future. Light really does want to get his own Terran army on the map. Let's see if he's going to succeed or fail. Mong is recovering 66 SCVs, 4 command centers, mining from 5 gas very soon. At the moment 4. Got 4 armories. Got level 114 to tanks. He's getting air upgrades soon as well, right here on the way. A lot of SCVs are not on the minerals, but they're building turrets on the sides. He's fortifying up as much as he can. Flies right in. Corsairs do go down, forced to unload before he loses his shuttles. There's a tank right there. It's helping, but it's getting taken down there by one zealot. Stays alive. Another zealot there going to attack it. This entire corner is going to get taken down. Not fast. Well, actually, the Reaver is doing a lot of damage. But looks like the units moving from the top side down to the bottom side do clear out most of the zealots. Well, all of the zealots. Not most, all of them. So this was one of Light's less successful attacks. I mean, as long as you do damage, it's better than not doing damage at all. But this is an amount of damage Mong is willing to take because it doesn't hurt him significantly. Armies are alive. The damage is mostly limited to turrets, a couple marines, the tanks stayed alive there. So this is an amount of damage Mong doesn't mind taking. A lot of drop there coming from the top side. Built a lot of turrets on the top side. Is relocating tanks to the top side as well, because the bottom corner is well protected. The top corner is not. Light has two choices, unloading on the top corner or going straight for the minerals. Unloading on the top corner, but the tanks will take this all down pretty much instantly, get a couple scarabs off, but nope. That one didn't succeed too much. Mong is entering the Juggernaut mode. He's entering the Juggernaut mode, where he is pretty much untouchable. Or at least, all of the attacks you throw at him at this point, he defends it. He has iron skin, iron walls all around his base. He's fortified to the extreme. He's a castle, a fortress. How do you break this? In the previous game, Light succeeded in breaking it, but only at the very end of the game. So how is Light gonna cut this cookie? Got a nice carrier proxy base, and kind of like in the previous game, he's not building a lot in his main base. It's largely intended for technology structures. The gas proxy base is very useful, because it's a little bit difficult to use all the gas simulators here on the top side when you're on the 12 o'clock. So we proxied it here to the side. It's more efficient to mine gas here, so you pretty much instantly got that proxy base. On the middle, he might start building gateways, because I do see pylons which might indicate gateways on the middle or on the way. Air upgrades are currently at 122, so 16 minutes in, 122 for air, that's pretty damn good. Disruption web on the turrets, there comes the attack. Shuttles waiting to strike, waiting to go in. Interceptors are distracting from the shuttle, so the turrets are not attacking the shuttle. Shuttles arrive on the scene, on location, right next to the SCVs. SCVs, he's unloading. SCVs are running away. He's storming. How many does he kill? Went down for about... Oh, that's a lot of SCV deaths. I think he... Oh, he's going for the command center. Reavers are attacking it. No repair. Command center gonna... Gets lifted up. Which is pretty much the same as it dying, to be honest. It's pretty much the same as it dying, but it just minimizes the amount of damage it does. But it's pretty much the same, because the goal is to remove easy, fast mining for the Terran. So lifting it up, same effect. Light succeeded in his plan. Didn't kill it, same result. A lot of raids there on the scene for Mong, planning on the raid defense. I do think Valkyries are in this situation a little bit stronger, because you don't really have to focus on controlling them too much, and the Valkyries don't really go down to carriers as fast. He's hunting for the carriers because he thinks there's no observers, but he can't find the carriers. And it's not going to be gateways on the middle, it's going to be cannons on the middle. Carriers are relocated to the bottom side. Shield batteries are on. Well, there's gateways here, and robots as well, so we're going to proxy a drop base here on the side. Scan the top corner, finds two carriers to take down. So Mong, despite being on his hind foot, is not slowing down. He's still hunting for whatever Light has. So far, he's kind of stuck in his corner. He's maxed out, pretty much. An army needs more SCVs, on 56 at the moment. His economy is kind of down in the dumps, but at least he still has a good amount of SCVs. Raids waiting for something to come. Carriers waiting for everything to be finished. He's waiting for 2 more carriers, waiting for a couple more shuttle drops to send in under interceptor protection. Raids flying into cannons. Mong did not know these cannons existed, so that hurts a little bit. That does hurt a little bit. He might find the Dark Archon there, though. He's just gonna scout the map, look for structures that might have been thrown down by Light. Yeah, even though Light knows all the fastest build orders, he isn't quite the player to build a lot of production. Kind of like a normal map player where they don't build a lot of production facilities. He's got 6 gateways right there. He's got 2 more gateways here. This is just purely for Templar, Zealots, and shuttles to fly in from the side. Goes for a topside attack. Carrier's pretty strong. Coming in, he's got 13 of them at the scene. That's 13, right? Maybe it's more than 13, but I think that's 12 plus 1. Shuttles there as well, loaded up with Templars, of course. Yeah, the raids have been replaced with Valkyries because Mong himself also realized that if there's this many cannons on the map, Valkyrie's probably a better choice. He knows the shuttle is coming, takes on the shuttle, storming on the Valkyries. Very quick reaction from Light. Light saw the movement, knew the shuttle was the target. Doesn't take any chances, just unloads, storms into Valkyries. Valkyrie's fighting back heroically. But the might... Oh! That's a max range storm. Valkyrie's forced to pull back even more. Valkyries are going down pretty quick. Mong is low on money. Things are getting ugly, but the interceptors have mostly been taken down. Light is going to have to rebuild interceptors. Also lost most of his shields, so shield batteries here on the top would really help him out a whole lot. The economy's also become pretty big. He's got 84 probes. Might be the point in the game where he throws away 12 probes or so. Double Orbiter Tribunal getting Stasis and Recall. His air upgrades at the moment are... Oh, he's got shield batteries on the middle, not on the side. On the middle. I see. I see. So what are the upgrades? I can't see. I can't see the upgrades. Wish I could. He's got 2, 3. So I assume he's got level 3 attack, level 2 armor, and level 3 shield. That's what I'm going to assume his upgrades are. Valkyries are currently on 2-2. Another fight happening right here. The great thing about Valkyries is the fact that the carriers cannot carrier micro when the Valkyries are out on the map. So every single time you micro the carriers, interceptors are pulled into the carriers, and the carriers take a lot of damage from those Valkyrie rockets. So you're kind of just forced to hang in the air like this and kind of just attack move. And the interceptors go down very, very slowly. But the Valkyries are doing their job, although only 7 of them are left alive. More are spawning though. Carriers are now moving forward. He feels he can do it, but oh no, he's a target fire on the carriers. Carriers taking really heavy damage. All of them almost go down. The Valkyries all of a sudden dishing out massive amounts of damage with their level 3 attack. Pretty tanky as well with their level 3 defense. Templar's still there hanging on the top side, waiting for their moment to strike, but couldn't find the right moment to strike. So Mong fends off yet again another attack. More carriers are on the way. And just going back to the shield batteries to heal up those carriers. Let's see. You can see the shields right there. Not all of them are getting healed back up. He's got not enough shield batteries for all the carriers he has. Only a couple of them get healed back to full, but at least most of them have some of the shields back. Some of them have all of their shields back. That's what matters. On 21,000 minerals, Mong is only on 200 minerals. Like the long distance mining right here really hurting him. He has a lot of SCVs, but not like he's also spending so fast. His minerals at this rate won't ever really go up too much. So yeah, clearing out this top corner above his base, which means it's a perfect time for me to take a drink, because this game is going to be a little bit longer than this. Delicious. So Light returns back to the middle. He hasn't been able to penetrate through Mong's defenses for, I'd say, about 10 minutes or so. For about 10 minutes or so, he hasn't been able to go all the way through for the home run. Well, I think that big drop on his commencer was about 10 minutes ago, maybe 8 minutes ago. Not too sure exactly what the timing of that was. So we've got triple scan, going for a 4th scan. Double factory, Dark Archon. I think the Dark Archon got picked up on the side. Right there. He might go for a mind control very soon because he's starting to notice he can't break through. It is very difficult to break through these extremely high level Grand Master Terrans. Storming on the Valks. Valks are dodging. Light really knows what the main weakness of Valkyries is, and that's the fact that to attack, they have to hang still in the air. Makes them perfect targets for those Templars to storm on them and maybe take them down. Carriers just clearing out the walls. This top set has been cleared out entirely. Light has given up on this corner. Getting a proxy gateway base here on the side. Still not really deciding to use his main base for production. It's just, he's gonna stick to using proxy bases for production. Now 4 Arbors on the middle. He got Stasis, got Recall. He might go for Mind Control. He's looking for a way to get an SCV under his control. And then after he mind controls an SCV, he's going to recall it out. Arbiters are also there to stasis those Valkyries. Mong currently has nothing in production, dancing back and forth, looking for those carriers. Where are those carriers? Where are they? Where are they? I really hope this replay is not gonna corrupt, because so far this is super hot fire, and the replay so far still looks perfectly fine to me. Still looks perfectly fine to me. Movements don't look corrupted or broken. I've got high hopes of what's yet to come in this game. Yeah, that's a lot of gateways. You're just building gateways without really caring about how it looks. He just wants a lot of gateways on one single screen. So carriers are dancing back and forth. Can't really find a way in because there's so... Stasis is gonna come down. Mong is responding, running away. I guess about 5. Not a great stasis. Not a great stasis. Gonna try again though. Gets a couple more. I think he's got about 12 of them in total locked up in the air at the moment. Frozen in time, biding their time, waiting for the moment to return to the battlefield. So yeah, Mong is filling out his base. This time around he's getting more than 9 factories. He's got, well, I think about 15, maybe 16. Might even go for 20 in total. His base is a little bit more organized than the previous game. Previous game kind of looked like a mess, but it still almost got him the win. Valkyrie's locked free from prison. Carriers looking on the bottom side, clearing out the tanks on the hill ground. Yeah, again, there's so many turrets in the Valkyries that interceptors die really fast. It's really difficult for Light to break through this with carriers. At this point, I might even say that tanks are a pretty good alternative, because, I mean, Zealots and Dragoons are a pretty good alternative to carriers, because look at how many tanks Mong actually has. 2 on the grid. Like 4 here, 1 right there on the side, another 1 there on the top, and 2 on the ground. It's not a lot of tanks. You can count those tanks on slightly less than 10 fingers. It's about 8 tanks in total. Actually, it's precisely 8 tanks in total. He's got 4 more on the way there, though. Valkyrie's coming in. Guesses Stasis, saves the Arbiter, gets Stasis number 2. Only 2 more Valkyries, 6 more Valkyries up in the air. Let's take care of the Arbiter first, but the carriers are taking down the Valkyries really quick. Now we've got about 20 Valkyries locked up in the skies. Carriers have free game, free play to advance forward. Most of Mong's supply is locked up in the air. So let's clear out the sides. Let's get as much progress in as short a time before the Valkyries come back into the game. 2 carriers go down. Two carriers did go down, and he killed only 2 turrets, so that wasn't a great success. And now the Valkyrie's coming out of this frozen zone. Carriers are under attack. Gets double stasis yet again. A couple of Valkyries do make it out. A lot of carriers went down there. I think he lost about 4 or 5. That was pretty painful for Light. That is going to take the wind out of his sails and allow Mong a little bit more breathing room. Although, Light, now switching over into Zealots, and he's going to finish up his gateway upgrades. Because he's on 1 armor, 3 shields. He's starting to realize that Mong might be a little bit too good with the anti-carrier gameplay. The carriers simply are not doing the trick. Light has been looking non-stop on the sides to find a way in, but the Valkyries keep hunting them down, shutting them down, slowing them down, denying access to the club. Great storms, great storms. All the Valkyries are dead and gone. But Goliaths are entering the fray, pushing those carriers out of the way, returning back to the shield batteries. Gotta heal up, gotta get those shields back and operational. But the Goliath switch definitely catching Light in a pretty bad moment. Mong is advancing forward for the first time in 30 minutes even. For the first time in 30 minutes, Light is losing ground slightly, but he's planning on pushing it back. All of Zetas are on the attack. Goliaths are occupied with the interceptors. Arbiter went down before he could stasis, which means that now Valkyries have free fire on those carriers. Mong is making progress. And the Zealots from Light, they do kind of lack some upgrades. He's been ignoring ground upgrades completely. So it's going to take a while before his Zealot probably Dragoon army is up to par to fight on equal footing with those Goliaths and tanks. Oh, look at how many anti-air units Mong has. Pushing those carriers back into the middle of the map, back to the shield batteries. While he's slowly gaining ground with those siege tanks. Slowly pushing into the middle. It's a slow process. He only kills 4 cannons so far, but he's gaining ground, which is ultimately what matters. What matters even more is the fact that Light is no longer the attacker. He's now kind of defending. Light is now kind of defending the middle. Great stasis though, gets a lot. That's a lot with one single stasis. Gets pretty much all of the Valkyries and 2 tanks. Advancing forward for Mong is going to be a little bit slower now, although it's largely shield batteries in his way. And the cannons are behind the shield batteries, so he's going to at least clear this frontal part out pretty quick. A large Zealot army here though, waiting and ready to strike when the carriers go down. When Mong pushes further into the middle. Light also getting control back here over the 9 o'clock spawn. Getting cannons right there. Throwing away a bunch of probes. I think that's about 24 probes, 2 groups. Opening up some supply space because he does have almost 50,000 minerals and 24,000 gas. It's a lot of money in the bank. He's going to try to use it to win the game by opening up some supply space and burning through that bank. He's going to burn through the money. I hope that the superior army size is going to carry him to a victory. So far the carriers though, dancing back and forth, take some heavy damage. Taking some heavy damage. He's not really achieving much with the carriers. He's trying to target fire the tanks on the Valkyries. He's dancing really well though. He's dancing really well with the carriers, but the Valkyries don't give a damn about your carrier micro. They just shoot. They just shoot at anything in the air, and they do it with great success. Turrets are coming down from Mong. Mong is going into overdrive on 360 APM, almost 370. He's pulling all the plugs. He's pulling all the stops. He's going all out to win the game. He's going all out. But now, mass Zealot attack coming from the front side. I think he finished up the upgrades there for the Zealots, and Dragoons are in the mix as well. He's on 2-3-3, trying to break through. Zealots on the ground, carries in the air. He's making progress. Half of Mong's army in the front here being taken down. Going for a mind control and an SCV as well. Gets an SCV. SCV gets taken down there though, so couldn't get the SCV. Couldn't get the Terran army of his own. So he tried. Mong saw. Mong killed the SCV. Not gonna give Light the satisfaction of having 2 armies, 2 races on one single player. Which is a little bit unbalanced, I'll admit. A little bit unbalanced when you get 200 extra supply potential as a Protoss. So Mong has rebuilt his army. He's not gonna sit and wait. He's gonna push into the middle. Light is rebuilding cannons on the middle. Does not want to let Mong out. And Mong is probably gonna play a little bit safer with his SCVs, having seen the Dark Archon. I don't think we'll be seeing more turrets on the middle of the map. So he's pushing in to the middle. Wants to stop those cannons from warping in because those cannons are going to slow him down. A big army from Light here entering the middle as well. Going to be another Zealot Dragoon carrier push onto those Goliaths and tanks. He's blocking himself a little bit with those cannons there though. The cannons are kind of in his way, but now the carriers coming in. Kings of the Sky. And the Gateway Army, masters of the ground. There are so many particles going on that it's a little bit hard to track what's going on. Looks like the tanks are going to take care of those ground units, but more ground units keep streaming and coming and streaming and attacking. The carriers are doing most of the work. Just attack moving forward As Light produces more and more and more gateway units. The carriers are getting target fire though, but there's not enough Goliaths here to take them all down. And now Light is once again the attacker, and Mong is forced to defend himself yet again. Being pushed back into his base, minerals dropping dangerously low. He's gonna have to put his SCVs from the gas on the minerals because he's got a lot of gas, not a lot of minerals. So he definitely needs more SCVs mining minerals, and that will take some pressure off of his back, probably take some pressure off of the lid. Light building more cannons there, getting complete control over this pathway. Going to be more difficult and more difficult and more difficult for Mong to push out. Mong almost back on maxed out supply. He's making... Okay, he's pulling SCVs from the gas onto the minerals. He is exactly thinking what I was thinking. He's fine on gas. Got 10,000 gas, in fact. His minerals, though, below 1,000. Pretty painful stuff. Valkyrie's still in the air. Arbiters have not been seen for the past 10 minutes. And the Valkyries are whipping those carriers across the room, slamming them right through the front door. Get out of here. This is my house. Gateway Army, though, has some different plans. Actually, those gateway units won't really get too far. It's like these narrow choke points are pretty difficult to push through with those Dragoons and Zealots. But he's making progress. Look at him. He's going hard. I doubt it. Those gateway units, they really do hit pretty hard. And I just said that there were no Arbiters on the scene anymore, but I just saw 2 Arbiters flying about. The Valkyries might yet again get locked up in stasis. Putting some mines down. Mong is currently waiting for his army to be maxed out yet again. Another big proxy base. They're on the way for Light. It's going to be gateways all over the place, everywhere on the map. Okay, let's just push forward first. Clear out those cannons on the side. Then clear out those cannons on the middle. And hope that Light is not going to get an SCV mind controlled. He's going to try again. He's been waiting for the energy to recover on the Dark Archon. Gonna use those carriers to escort that Dark Archon into the base and get an SCV under his control. Just pushing forward yet again. He's being a little bit aggressive with his SCVs yet again, building turrets on the pathway. Carriers are ignoring the push. He really wants to get that SCV under his control. Wait, carriers didn't do too much right there. Returns. He sees SCVs on the middle. Gonna try to get his hands on one. He really wants one. Okay, this is a big gateway army. So carriers, Arbiter, Dark Archon, Zealots and Dragoons coming in up. Oh, he's right very close. There's an SCV in the front. Gets the... Okay, that was funny. He recalled and mind controlled, but the recall was too early. But he still got the SCV, which is what matters the most. He still got the SCV. Gonna start building a command center on the top right of the map. Mong got pushed back to his own base, to his own choke. Does win the fight though. For now, he's winning the fights. But Light doesn't care about not dominating the fights. He just cares about buying time for this SCV to get that command center. And Mong now has to push forward really quick. Mong has to push forward really quick. Kills the probe. So only a limited amount of cannons, but the carriers there to kill the tanks. Valkyrie's moving forward. Interceptors getting blasted out of the sky. The Zealots coming in with Dragoons, of course, and Templars in the mix as well to make sure those tanks don't make much progress. Valkyrie's running away from the Arbiter, splitting up, gets 2 Valkyries, maybe 3. Storm is doing most of the work there. Storm is doing a lot of work. Carriers going down in the back because Interceptors returning to the carriers as the Halo rockets from the Valkyries chase them down across the skies. A couple mines in the front. Big gateway army being rebuilt. Light, even though he only has 51 probes in total, hasn't really lost much minerals. even though he's been sending mass attacks across the map pretty much all the time. So the push is going very slow, but Light is in control. So he built one command center, getting command center number 2. Gonna build some cannons in the top corner as well. Mong's pushing forward though. A lot of Valkyries here though, a lot of Valkyries. Templar's coming forward, Templar's storming on everything. That's a couple tanks going down, SUV goes down as well. Valkyries move out of the way just in time to not die themselves. But the Valkyries are losing HP. Valkyries are losing some HP, which is what matters the most. The push throw from Mong is very fast. He's a very fast pusher. Look at him go. Sieging, unsieging, leapfrogging through the middle, trying to gain ground. Oh, those carriers are taking so much damage from those Halo rockets. Look at them, they're almost all dead and gone. Only 5 left alive. A huge gateway army coming from the side, pushing forward to attack. Now, one little thing here that I do notice, the Valkyries in the front are getting attacked by Dragoons, which means the tanks in the back are not really getting attacked and have free firing ability on those Dragoons. Light is losing ground on the middle. Light is losing ground in the middle. Mong is advancing forward. It's got factories on the way, though. It's got factories on the way. This is getting scary. He has to progress across the map really, really fast. But Mong is... he's gaining ground. He's got the upper hand at the moment, but he's racing against the clock. He has to be really fast. And I'm not sure if he knows that Light has a mind-controlled SCV. I'm gonna gamble on the fact that he does know, but I'm not too sure that he knows. Because he hasn't found this yet. He scans the map, let's see if he saw it. He didn't. Scans even more. Scans even more. There's a lot on the map for Mong to kill. Sees the Dark Archon. I think Mong knows that there's something mind-controlled on the map. Factories finished up. Getting machine shops, getting supply depots. This is gonna get ugly for Mong. Unless he pushes across the map in time. Unless he pushes across the map in time, but we have tanks on the way now for Light, so production has started. Production is on the way. A lot of turrets on the middle. Mong is pushing forward. Gateway army no longer that big. Mong scans again. He sees the barrack in the air. He knows. He knows. I think Light put the barrack there just to make sure Mong knows that Light is building an army. And look at here. Tanks are on the way. Armories as well. This spells a lot of trouble, and Mong knows Mong has to go right now, unsieges, and he's gonna roll across the map. Let's take out that Terran base on the top corner. There's... Light is not building a big gateway army. So carriers on the way. Mong is pushing. Is Mong gonna prevent the tanks from happening? He's sieging up. Carriers on the side. Valkyries spacing those carriers away from the tanks. Tanks pushing forward. Tanks sieged up. Tank line against tank line. Stasis on the Valkyries. Oh no, the stasis on the Valkyries is gonna be a deal breaker. Tanks are pushing forward, but the carriers in the air are unopposed. There's nothing to fight back against the carriers. Carriers going to clear out those tanks. And I think Light now has enough tanks sieged up here to protect the factories. I think Mong is going to give up pretty soon. Maybe he's going to push into the main base. Maybe he's going to kill the carrier proxy base. He's moving back and forth across the map, making tough choices, but Light is in a really dangerously strong position to just win the game. Marines on the map. Marines are going to kill the pylons, which means this gateway base here on the side is not really functional anymore. He's going to clear out the sides. He knows there's a tough battle ahead of him. Tanks entering the middle, going to set up a tank line to get control over the northern side of the map. Sieging up. Upgrades are still on 0-0, but the carriers in the air are definitely the deal breakers. I mean, that's a lot of tanks out there. That's a lot of tanks. I don't know how he's going to kill them. Valkyrie's coming in. Valkyrie's killing the carriers. Goliath's on the ground, though, getting destroyed by the tanks. Valkyrie's maybe not. Yeah, Mong knows the game is over. Light has won it. With a little bit of assistance from some mind control. He's got 264 supply, way too overpowered, but Light deserved to win. That was a really well fought, well played, well controlled back and forth game between these two absolute masters, grand masters of StarCraft. Light is pretty damn good. I wanted to say the F word, but YouTube monetization is going to demonetize my video if I say the F word, so let's not do that. Let's not say the F word anymore. Let's be a pure channel. A pure channel. Yeah, let's be a pure channel. Only good words. No bad words. Only good words. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, Light, beautiful game. Mong fought hard, struggled for his life, but in the end, Light snuffs out his light.